Welcome to Valley Center, a beautiful, friendly community just 9 miles north of downtown Wichita. Come discover Valley Center and take a walk through historic downtown. Check out unique restaurants, shop at locally owned businesses, or play around at Valley Point Golf Course. Valley Center is building on its proud heritage while welcoming new ideas, new businesses, and new families. Valley Center will exceed your expectations. Discover Valley Center, an incredible place to call home.
One of a parent's biggest worries is letting their teen get behind the wheel of a vehicle. That's why getting professional, personal instruction is so important. The Wichita Driving School is licensed by the state of Kansas and offers the most classes per month of any driving school. With the most students trained in Wichita last year, it's obvious students and parents like Wichita Driving School for the convenience
and professional one-on-one instruction.
Wichita Driving School, where you're driven to be the best.
We are dedicated to helping families celebrate the lives of their loved ones. Each creation contains a small amount of cremains, capturing the essence in a swirl of color and ashes, sealed forever within beautiful art glass. Ash weights provide a unique and beautiful way to hold and treasure your memories while honoring the spirit.
Whenever we go to a local event here in Valley, we all want good food for reasonable prices with a friendly face behind it. Well, luckily, there's an option. The Food Guy. Located in his signature truck, keep an eye out for him at the next public event you make an appearance at. Or if you're hosting an event yourself and want a friendly catering option. Or if you have other questions, you can call him at 316-253-8832.
Giving blood. I was excited to do it.
I like to help people.
It's just a small way that I can try to give back.
It feels like you're doing a good thing for society.
It means a lot to me that my donation is going to go out to help somebody.
It's a very worthwhile opportunity to give back to the community.
It's easy. You can help strangers. That's the best feeling in the world, helping strangers.
I tend to think, what if it was a family member or someone I knew who needed blood, I would want it to be there for them.
Everybody needs to have the chance for life, and this is one of those opportunities to do that for people.
As a physician, firsthand I get to see the importance of blood and people that are in need of blood transfusions. Such a simple thing that without a lot of effort that you can do to actually save someone's life.
Come on out and help.
Donate blood with the Red Cross.
Welcome to Valley Center, a beautiful, friendly community just 9 miles north of downtown Wichita. Come discover Valley Center and take a walk through historic downtown. Check out unique restaurants, shop at locally owned businesses, or play around at Valley Point Golf Course. Valley Center is building on its proud heritage while welcoming new ideas, new businesses, and new families. Valley Center will exceed your expectations. Discover Valley Center, an incredible place to call home.
One of a parent's biggest worries is letting their teen get behind the wheel of a vehicle. That's why getting professional, personal instruction is so important. The Wichita Driving School is licensed by the state of Kansas and offers the most classes per month of any driving school. With the most students trained in Wichita last year, it's obvious students and parents like Wichita Driving School for the convenience
and professional one-on-one instruction.
Wichita Driving School, where you're driven to be the best.
We are dedicated to helping families celebrate the lives of their loved ones. Each creation contains a small amount of cremains, capturing the essence in a swirl of color and ashes, sealed forever within beautiful art glass. Ash weights provide a unique and beautiful way to hold and treasure your memories while honoring the spirit.
Whenever we go to a local event here in Valley, we all want good food for reasonable prices with a friendly face behind it. Well, luckily, there's an option, the food guy. Located in his signature truck, keep an eye out for him at the next public event you make an appearance at. Or if you're hosting an event yourself and want a friendly catering option. Or if you have other questions, you can call him at 316-253-8832.
Giving blood, I was excited to do it.
I like to help people.
It's just a small way that I can try to give back.
It feels like you're doing a good thing for society.
It means a lot to me that my donation is going to go out to help somebody.
It's a very worthwhile opportunity to give back to the community.
It's easy, you can help strangers. That's the best feeling in the world, helping strangers.
I tend to think, what if it was a family member or someone I knew who needed blood, I would want it to be there for them.
Everybody needs to have the chance for life, and this is one of those opportunities to do that for people.
As a physician, firsthand I get to see the importance of blood and people that are in need of blood transfusions. Such a simple thing that without a lot of effort that you can do to actually save someone's life.
Come on out and help.
Donate blood with the Red Cross.
Welcome to Valley Center, a beautiful, friendly community just 9 miles north of downtown Wichita. Come discover Valley Center and take a walk through historic downtown. Check out unique restaurants, shop at locally owned businesses, or play around at Valley Point Golf Course. Valley Center is building on its proud heritage while welcoming new ideas, new businesses, and new families. Valley Center will exceed your expectations. Discover Valley Center, an incredible place to call home.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Caden Bastion, joined alongside Caleb Rose, and tonight we have a chilly one for you, with tonight's matchup being Goddard Eisenhower Tigers versus your Valley Center Hornets. Tonight the real field temperature is going to be 31 with 22-mile-an-hour wind gusts out of the northeast, so it'll be a windy one here tonight. Goddard Eisenhower is coming in with a record of 3-4, coming off a big win at Dodge City last week with a score of 37-30. Led by quarterback Nick Hogan, who is a three-sport athlete.
Well, certainly talk about Ice Bowl, but it's definitely going to be a fun one here tonight. They had a solid win last week. Nick Hogan was their quarterback, and overall a really talented player. 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns last week. 141 yards on the ground and 178 through the air, Caden. That's a real incredible performance there from Nick Hogan last week against Dodge City. A guy to watch out for, and you're going to be hearing his name a lot here tonight. And definitely the key guy. Other than that, Mason Turney, a guy to watch out for on the offensive side, playing receiver tonight, and last year was all league and really just incredible at his job. He's only had 1 touchdown, but 346 receiving yards on the year. And then for the running game, only 1 touchdown this year is Cade Schuber, but overall on the ground, he's helped this offense develop their passing game quite a bit more. And so I think it'll be an interesting one on the offensive side. They're very balanced, and there's a lot of mix in this playbook. So you have to be on your toes defensively for the Hornets, but I think it'll be a really interesting one with a lot of talent on the Eisenhower side.
And on the defensive side, Eisenhower also very talented. They're going to be stacking the box a lot tonight, so you're going to be expecting to see Valley Center throwing the ball a lot so they won't get stopped in the backfield on a run.
Well, and they've had a whopping 14.5 sacks this year. That is incredible through 7 games, and overall they're a very talented team. They're going to come out in a 3-4, overall shift into a 3-3, but the thing that makes their pressure so lethal, they're going to blitz a lot of corners, have those safeties up high close to the box, so something to keep an eye out for there. There's going to be a lot of men in the box here tonight, and then we've seen in the past people have had to double Gabe Phillips. That's going to leave a lot of wide open space in that outfield, and the Hornets are going to have to start passing it there. Maybe Hunter Stacy, the second team leading receiver. So keep an eye out for him, and the Hornets are probably going to pass it a lot here tonight.
And with the Valley Center Hornets coming in at a record of 4-3 with a big win last week in Ark City with a score of 27-21. Led by quarterback Caleb Harden, the Hornets played well last week. Ben Warner with 2 rushing touchdowns, and Gabe Phillips also played very well last week.
Well, I want to talk about that real quick. An incredible team effort, but Ben Warner, I have not seen him play like that in all of my years watching him play football. It was insane to see 138 yards on the ground, 58 rushing yards, and really insane 1 rushing touchdown and 1 receiving touchdown. And so very fun to see him play like that, and helps carry that offense, but not to mention a stellar performance from quarterback Caleb Harden. Had a throwing touchdown to Gabe Phillips, and Phillips only had 45 yards last week, but he had the touchdown, and that was the go-ahead touchdown to try and seal off that victory. Dominic Phillips, again, didn't have the yardage that he wanted to, but again, got that touchdown, did what he needed to do for his team, and helped extend that victory. Defensively for the Hornets, I knew you weren't there, Caden, but it was just an incredible performance. They did let up 3 touchdowns through the air, but all of them were on long plays. Red zone defensively, the Hornets played incredible. It was so much fun to watch them. 4 red zone stops, 2 especially that were crucial late in the game to help seal that game for the Hornets, and it was really fun to watch. The defense plays like that every week, and the Hornets are undefeated. It was a very fun game to watch.
Well, like you just said, Caleb, really exciting game. It's going to be a good one. So we'll see you back here in Valley Center District Stadium in a few minutes for kickoff. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Chilly one here tonight at Valley Center District Stadium. And an exciting matchup we have for you here tonight is Goddard Eisenhower Tigers versus the Valley Center Hornets.
I'm Caleb Rose, joined alongside by Caden Bastian. And like you said, exciting one here tonight. Both these two teams coming off a win last week. Eisenhower against Dodge City and your Hornets against Arc City. So definitely going to be a fun one here tonight. And the Hornets 2 weeks ago found themselves with a 3-game winning streak and then lost, I believe it was at Andover Central. And so, I mean, that was a struggle, but they revamped last week. And I was excited to see the mental toughness that they brought to that field. Yeah, we had a loss, and it broke a solid winning streak. But that doesn't mean our season's over. We're going to keep fighting. We're going to get the job done. And I love to see that fight from them last week. And they showed a lot of talent last week against Arc City. Eisenhower, on the other hand, was a team that had been struggling up to that point. Even their wins, they had a solid win against Salina Central, but that was about the extent of their positives on their season. And last week, to go in and beat a team like Dodge City, who's not necessarily top of the league, but they are a solid team. You go in there and you beat them, you go to Dodge City and beat Dodge City, that's a huge win. And have such an incredible performance from your quarterback. I mean, you have loads of momentum going into this game. You want to come in here, go to Valley Center District Stadium, and take over this place. And both these teams have a lot riding on tonight. This is week 8. I mean, there's playoff scenarios being thrown around the window depending on whether or not there's a win or loss from each team and how much they win or lose by. So there's a lot riding on tonight, Caden, and this is really going to be a fun one.
And both these teams coming off a win last week, and Valley Center looking to advance to a 5-3 record, and Goddard Eisenhower is looking to advance to an even record to be at 500 with a 4-4 record.
Well, and interestingly enough, if the Hornets were to drop this game, if they were to lose, I believe this would be the playoff scenario. We'd see this game again next week, and that'd make it even more interesting, but it kind of depends. I haven't seen many playoff scenarios thrown out the window right now, but from what I have heard, if the Hornets are to win tonight, they should get a home playoff game, and so that would be really good. First one they've had since 2017, a year after their 9-2 2016 run, but really just an incredible performance the entire year from the Hornets, and they've shown a lot of mental toughness this year. They've had a lot of adversity, and they continue fighting through it.
And going to be an exciting game tonight, just like you were saying. Chilly one here as well. Feels like it's 31 with wind gusts of 22 miles an hour. So some fast winds. I think that'll be affecting the pass game a lot for whoever's going to be going into that wind. And waiting the call. Looks like Goddard is going to receive the kick. Valley Center defers, so they will get the ball in the second half.
Well, that's something that we saw, something atypical last week against Arc City. The 3 Hornet wins before that, the theme was you go out on the defensive side of the ball, you set the tone, you hit hard, and you're going to make this offense scared. In the first 3 wins they had, they did that. Last week at Arc City, they got the ball first. They went down, they drove the ball all the way down the field, wasted 6 minutes off the clock, and scored a touchdown. They set the tone offensively against Arc City, only for it to be an offensive game. Right here, they're on the defensive side of the ball first. It's definitely going to be an interesting one. If they're able to set that tone early and often, hitting hard, then I think it could be a fun one defensively. But if Eisenhower is going to come out here, air the ball out, which I assume they would, even though it is against the wind, I would assume they're going to air it out here. And if they're able to do that with success, it's going to be a fun one for the Eisenhower offense.
And Hunter Sharp is going to be here to kick the ball for Hornets. And as you recall last week, Valley Center's red zone defense was incredible. Arc City did not get a touchdown whenever they were inside the 20-yard line. Every touchdown that they got was outside of the 20-yard line. And Hunter Sharp here to kick. Goddard down deep to receive. Goddard Eisenhower, excuse me.
That's Brendan Lay along with Kobe Smith back deep to return.
And the kick is away, and that'll start this football game. And the kick is there. He rolls out to the left, and he goes right up the middle, but he is taken down. And that'll bring out the Eisenhower offense.
Just real quick before we get this drive started, incredible kick there by Hunter Sharp, pinning him back deep, looking at, I think the 23-yard line is where the ball's going to be placed, but now you're forcing them, they have 77 yards to drive down that field early in the game. That's a tough sight to see from a high school offense.
And 1st and 10 here for Eisenhower. Eisenhower led by quarterback Nick Hogan, and they're ready to come out here and see what they can do, maybe put some points up on the board.
Well, Nick Hogan is scary to me. Saw him warming up. Looks more like a linebacker at 6'4". This man is huge, and wouldn't be surprised to see him run over a couple players tonight with his mobility.
Hogan out of the shotgun motion, and that is handoff there out to the outside. He rolls out, and he's got some open field. He's rolling out, and he is pushed out of bounds at about the 40-yard line.
Well, I love that lead blocking there from Eisenhower. There were 3 receivers out to that side on the jet sweep. Not only did they block, but they blocked with direction. They pushed them into the middle of the field, affecting the play of the linebackers, and so they were able to take away multiple players on that play, allowing that edge.
Hogan out of the shotgun. 1st and 10 here for Eisenhower. Hogan takes a snap. That is a give right there. And he gains a couple yards there. That was number 22, Mason Levin.
Some confusion there. That was JT Bunton on that carry there. 2nd down and 8.
2nd down and 8 here for Eisenhower. Hogan out of the shotgun. And Hogan rolls out to the right, scrambling out of the pocket. He rolls up the middle, and he is brought down. That'll bring up 3rd down for the Tigers.
Well, with the mobility of Hogan, I would not be surprised to see a lot more quarterbacks like that. I mean, like I said, the guy's scary to go up against. He's big, but also has mobility. Through 5 games of this season, had 4 touchdowns on the ground, 2 just last week against Dodge City. So really a guy that's scary in the running game, and wouldn't be surprised to see that play ran a lot more.
Hogan out of the shotgun, trips to the left. Hogan takes a snap. And that is a handoff there to JT. And he is brought down. That is going to bring up 4th down for the Tigers.
Well, this is something I love about Weston Jennings, who just made that tackle there, along with the rest of this Hornets defensive line. They didn't get that run up the middle like they wanted to. They wanted to get a hit stick up the middle, but instead of just standing there and doing nothing about it, they slide down the line of scrimmage. That's how you are a successful defensive lineman. You slide down that line of scrimmage based on where the ball is going. Incredible play there by Weston Jennings.
And back deep to receive is number 2, Cade Wilson. And a high snap. And the kick is away. And the kick is rolling and is going to be downed at the 32-yard line. That'll bring out the Hornets.
Well, very awkward punt there. Wind coming out of the northeast, and punt looked straight ahead between the hashes, and then the wind blew it. I mean, 22-mile-an-hour gusts. This is tough right here, especially for Eisenhower, a team who typically wants to pass that ball. You saw not much out of the air on that first drive, and for good reason. Now the Hornets have the wind here in the first quarter. They need to use it through the air.
1st and 10 here for the Hornets. Offense led by Caleb Harden. Harden in the shotgun. Harden takes a snap. It's fake to Warner, thrown out to the outside. Hunter Stacy has it. He is brought down immediately after he catches the ball.
Well, I know there was a simple route there to Stacy to get Harden's arm warmed up here, but right there, cover 4, you get a corner with that pass fake. He's hitting the hole really hard with complete running as fast as he can to get to that ball. You do a quick fake there, and Stacy has all the room in the world on that right side with isolation. That's definitely a play to watch out for in the future.
Harden out of the shotgun, 2nd and 9. And give to Warner there. He was brought down early. Gain of 1.
Well, Warner, fullback, I mean, I would expect him to get up the gut and truck some guys, and that's about it. But after his performance last week, almost looks like the full-time running back here with a sweep play to the left side. Dominic Phillips just checked in, but would not be surprised to see him used quite a bit more after his performance. 130 rushing yards last week.
3rd and 7 here for the Hornets, looking to get a first down and move those chains. Harden under center. I formation. There's a fake and thrown deep, and that is bobbled incomplete. Pass intended for number 80, Hunter Stacy.
Comeback route on the right side there, and with the defender, you're already dropping back because it was cover 3 right there. It's tough to plant when you have 3 or 4 yards of leverage against your receiver to plant and go downhill fast enough to make a stop on that play. But it's cold out here. It's really tough to make a catch on a football because they're almost like rocks. They're so slippery, and tough incomplete pass there.
Cade Wilson is going to punt it away. Mason Turney back deep to receive. And looks like she's going to roll out at the 22-yard line. Good kick there by Cade Wilson.
So offensive's at a standstill here. Both 3 and outs, and I expected this to be an electric game. The Hornets have succeeded through their defense nonetheless, and for Eisenhower, they've succeeded through their defense as well. They're a solid defensive group. They do allow 28 points a game, but they're really solid. They forced turnovers. They've forced 13 on the season. So this is definitely going to be a defensive game.
And 1st and 10 here for Eisenhower, starting at their own 22-yard line. Hogan out of the shotgun. Give right there, but he is hit early and he is brought down. On the carry there is number 22, J.T. Bunton.
And you see that there. You hear the coaches yelling. He's going deep. And that right there, they're an 81% pass play out of that formation right there. So you expect a pass play. A quick give like that typically throws a defense off. Maybe a draw play right there would have worked. But good job by the Hornets defense by staying at home.
Hogan out of the shotgun. He rolls out to the right, scrambling out of the pocket. He fires, and that is picked off. And the Hornets will retain possession.
And this is one thing I love, not only about Hunter, but about zone coverage there. He's sitting over top. Hogan is going to try and fire that ball, muscle that ball in there. But with speed, over the top, he's going to do that route the second that ball is thrown. There he is, getting another interception.
And great read there by Hunter Sharp coming in and getting that ball. So now Valley Center will retain possession on and Eisenhower's 25-yard line.
Well, and I apologize. That is Hunter Sharp's first interception on the season. He has had 6 passes defended as well.
Harden under center. Split I formation. Just a handoff right there. And he finds a hole and he takes it. And he moves ahead, and that will move the chains for Valley Center. That first down is sponsored by Don Hatton Chevrolet.
Well, and that's the play right there with the misdirection that Phillips made his money off of against Pleasant Hill. I mean, he's truly incredible at faking that step and then cutting back the other way. And after that, he got through the hole, understood where the linebackers were pursuing him, and then he cut right back the other way. I mean, incredible ball movement there by Dominic Phillips and showing it on the big play there.
Harden under center, I formation. Fake toss, thrown downfield. Net is caught, but number 9, Cameron Kaufman, he is brought down.
Well, and that play right there typically goes to Gabe Phillips, but there goes Cameron Kaufman, throwing a little curveball. Gabe Phillips has been doubled so far in the past couple games, so use your other weapons like Kaufman there to get some extra yards and the first down.
And right there, that will move the chains for Valley Center. And that first down is sponsored to you by All Saints Home Care. Harden under center, I formation. Kaufman in motion. Give to Warner. Warner pushing ahead. And he is brought down short of the goal line.
And I love the trap play there to Ben Warner. He fits it perfectly because with the gap that a trap play creates, he can hit that hole with so much speed that it doesn't matter if there's a player there. He's going to run them right over.
Second down here for the Hornets, hoping to capitalize and get a touchdown.
And watch right there, Cameron Kaufman in on the play, and Dominic Phillips just subbed out. Also watch Hunter Stacy on the right side. He's manned alone.
Harden out of the shotgun. Warner backfield. And flags fly onto the field. We are waiting the call from the referee. And that's going to be false start on the offense. That'll move the Hornets back.
And when you're on the goal line, every yard matters. A false start, a little mental mistake like that, by this point in the season has to be eliminated. And, I mean, fortunately enough, it's only second down. But had that been third down, fourth down, that could have really affected the game.
And here we go, second down, and they have about 7 yards to go until the end zone. Harden under center. Kaufman in motion. Dominic Phillips with the toss. He goes to the outside. He's looking for the touchdown. And he is in. Touchdown, Valley Center.
And Dominic Phillips, yet again, showing his outside speed. The athleticism he runs with is just incredible to me. Not to mention the fact that it was man coverage there and you have all your guys to the left side of the ball. I mean, you're getting all your defensive backs over there, so there's no one at the second level for Eisenhower to protect that run. Dominic Phillips walks it in for an easy Hornet touchdown.
Sharp here to kick the extra point. Caleb Peach is the holder. And the hold and the snap is there. And the extra point is good. That will be now 7-0 for the Hornets. 7-0 here is your score. We'll be back in Valley Center after a few messages.
Whenever we go to a local event here in Valley, we all want good food for reasonable prices with a friendly face behind it. Well, luckily, there's an option. The Food Guy. Located in a signature truck, keep an eye out for him at the next public event you make an appearance at. Or if you're hosting an event yourself and want a friendly catering option. Or if you have other questions, you can call him at 316-253-8832.
And we are back here in Valley Center. After that touchdown is sponsored by 1-800-JUNK-PRO.
And Dominic Phillips not had the past couple nights that he's wanted to on Friday, but had a touchdown last week. Here he is capitalizing on another one and putting your Hornets up.
And Sharp here to kick it away. And the kick is away. And that'll just be a touchback there. So that'll bring out the Eisenhower offense.
Well, Mason Turney very lucky there, backpedaling towards the end zone, and he is an electric returner. Had an 87-yard punt return touchdown last week against Dodge City, but, I mean, very lucky there, fumbled the ball. It's a very cold football, hard to catch, as we saw earlier in the Hornets drive, but fortunate enough to get that touchback.
And out comes the Eisenhower offense, led by quarterback Nick Hogan. Hogan out of the shotgun. Empty backfield. Motion. Handoff there. JT Bunton. And he is hit early. He is brought down to the line of scrimmage.
I love that play there by Cameron Coffin, the one who made the tackle. Sending an outside linebacker out there to cover the slot works perfectly, especially against these jet sweeps, because they're big enough, they're strong enough to break those blockers off and then make a tackle. Incredible job there, and incredible playmaking by Cameron Kaufman.
Hogan out of the shotgun. Twins out to the left, one receiver out to the right. Hogan takes a snap, drops back. He'll keep it himself, and he rolls up the middle. He gains a few yards there, and that'll bring up third down for Eisenhower.
And I mentioned it earlier, the QB draw is the perfect situation here for Eisenhower. I mean, they're getting their big guy up the middle, trying to push him past some linebackers. Good play recognition there by Bergman to break the tackle. But, I mean, that's a play that you can expect to see long term.
Hogan out of the shotgun. 3rd and 4 here for the Tigers. And a little bit of play change here. Hogan takes a snap, drops out, and it looks like the ball is out. Waiting to see what the referees say on the call.
I didn't see a fumble marker, Caden, so I do not believe it is a fumble. And it is down. He was down before. No fumble on the play. So they'll call it 4th down, but still the Tigers will have to punt, excuse me.
4th down here for the Tigers. Back deep to receive is number 2, Cade Wilson. And to punt the ball away is number 10, Cody Hauser. And a low punt. And the ball is down at the 47-yard line. That'll bring out Valley Center.
Well, Valley Center, after their strong touchdown drive last time, drove it the length of the field and got a touchdown from Dominic Phillips to seal it off here, give the Hornets a lead. They can recreate that on this drive if they're able to do that. And they're in incredible position because they set the tone defensively. Eisenhower's hardly moved the ball at all. And if you're going up 2 scores early here in the first quarter, I mean, that is just incredible to see. And you set yourself up for the long term of the game.
Harden out of the shotgun. Warner in the backfield. Fake to Warner. Harden fires downfield looking for Cameron Kaufman, and he's got it. And he is brought down just at the 17-yard line. That'll move the chains for Valley Center. First down is sponsored by E-Cars.
And that right there, a simple smash route on both sides of the ball. You see Stacy running the hitch and Phillips on the right side, and then Kaufman running the corner on that smash concept to the left side. And with cover 2, you're forcing a safety who's up high on the hash mark to go the distance. He's got to go all the way out there and cover Cameron Kaufman, who already had him beat. Incredible concept there against that cover 2 defense, and Kaufman makes the play.
Harden under center. Handoff to Dominic Phillips. Dominic Phillips breaking through some tackles, and he is brought down at about the 10-yard line.
And how do you just tackles left and right, and showing us why he's the starting running back here. And he's definitely having the night of his life. And I say that very strongly after having quite a night at Pleasant Hill.
That first down is sponsored to you by Chaos Apparel. Harden under center. Phillips trying to break through, but he is brought down.
And trying that sweep player with the pulling guard there. and didn't quite work out. The linebackers late to pursue, but in the end, it ends up helping Eisenhower make that tackle on Phillips, and not much to be found there.
Second down here for the Hornets. Looking to go up by 2 possessions. Harden under center. Motion. Fake handoff. Thrown. And that pass is batted incomplete.
Good defense there by Eisenhower. We've seen a couple times that the Hornets do that little rollout play and just lob it on over to Ben Warner. But with that levels concept, you have a defender right there on top of him, not only covering Gabe Phillips, but he does the job of 2 people. He's also covering the fact that Ben Warner could catch the ball, trying to make the tackle against the end zone. So really good defensive concept there by Eisenhower, and forces the incomplete pass.
3rd and goal here for the Hornets. It looks like we have some confusion on the field. Third and goal here for the Hornets. Harden under center. Give to Warner. Warner going through the middle. And Warner pushes his way through and gets to the touchdown. Touchdown, Valley Center.
And that's Warner's 3rd touchdown on the season. Continues plowing his way through. Ran over a defender there on the trap play and keeps his legs churning in for the Hornets.
And that touchdown is sponsored to you by All Saints Home Care. And here to deliver the extra point is Hunter Sharp. And the kick is good. 14-0 is the score for the Hornets. We'll be back here in Valley Center after a few short messages.
One of a parent's biggest worries is letting their teen get behind the wheel of a vehicle. That's why getting professional, personal instruction is so important. The Wichita Driving School is licensed by the state of Kansas and offers the most classes per month of any driving school. With the most students trained in Wichita last year, it's obvious students and parents like Wichita Driving School for the convenience
and professional one-on-one instruction.
Wichita Driving School, where you're driven to be the best.
Welcome to Valley Center, a beautiful, friendly community just 9 miles north of downtown Wichita. Come discover Valley Center and take a walk through historic downtown. Check out unique restaurants, shop at locally owned businesses, or play around at Valley Point Golf Course. Valley Center is building on its proud heritage while welcoming new ideas, new businesses, and new families. Valley Center will exceed your expectations. Discover Valley Center, an incredible.
And we are back here in Valley Center. Hunter Sharp ready to deliver the kick. Back deep to receive is number 27, Mason Turney, and number 17, Roman Sonato.
And Turney, after the fumble last time, looks pretty ready for this one, but keep that in mind.
And Sharp here delivers the kick, and it is going to Turney. Turney receives it, and a fake there, and Turney finds some open field, and he is going. He is at the 30, and he is out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Good return there. That'll bring out the Tigers.
Well, I mean, you can have good lanes for a kickoff team, but it's really hard to cover a play like that. Almost a Statue of Liberty type handoff there with the fake, and then just kind of tried to hide it behind his back there. Good play there by Turney, and gets a solid return to the 37.
And that'll bring out the Eisenhower offense led by quarterback Nick Hogan.
Well, they clearly struggled against the wind, and we have a minute 36 before the quarter, but I expect to see a little bit of difference here when they go into the second quarter.
Looks like Ethan Ellingson is now going to be in the QB, but that snap is bobbled, and he is brought down.
Well, clearly Darren Fisher was not happy with the performance from Nick Hogan, and putting his backup on the field. I mean, we see this a lot of times in football games. As a head coach, you can throw in your backup there for a play and tell him he's starting the rest of the game to kind of scare your starting quarterback. Yeah, I need to start playing better because I'm on the bench now. So he's going to, if Nick Hogan does end up coming back out here on the field, he's going to play with a little bit more aggressiveness, a little bit more fight in his step.
And now a second down here for the Tigers. Motion. And it looks like there's going to be a false start. False start is the call. That'll move the Tigers back to the 20-yard line.
So now you dig yourself in an even deeper hole from the Tigers. They're going to have to air it out. It's not obviously the best situation when you have a 22-mile-an-hour wind coming at your face, but it's what you have to do here on second down and a mile.
Second and 27, Ellingson out of the shotgun. And they are brought down early, brought down in the backfield. Now bring up third down for the Tigers.
And usually it's the edge that stops a run so early like that. But the gap that was created in the middle of that offensive line and then a good fill from the defensive line, that was an incredible play by that Hornets defense.
14-0 is your score. We'll be back here after a few short messages. And 3rd and 32 here for the Tigers. Ellingson in the backfield looking to get some yards here for the punt. Motion. And the snap is bobbled again. And he is brought down well in the backfield. That'll bring up 4th down. 4th down for the Tigers.
Well, an incredible return there from Mason Turney, but it's all in vain as a few fumbled snaps and then a penalty completely pushed this Eisenhower team to their own end zone. And like I said, I think it will probably change at least a little bit with the wind, but I don't think there's much hope here on this field unless Nick Hogan gets back out there and didn't have the performance he wanted to in those first 2 drives, but that's the thing about a football team. You're supposed to recover, and it takes time to recover. You can't recover in 1 drive. So expect to see Hogan back out on the field in just a minute.
So that'll bring up 4th down for the Tigers, 4th and 41. So out comes the Tiger punt team.
And with how dominant this defense has been on the defensive front, wouldn't be surprised to see a block punt here. I'm going to go ahead and knock on one so I don't jinx it, but being pinned in your own end zone, that's tough. That's a really tough spot to be from a punter standpoint.
And the punter is going to be number 10, Cody Hauser. Back deep to receive is number 2, Cade Wilson. And the kick is away. And it is down at the 35-yard line. That'll bring out Harden and his offense with great field position.
Well, 20 seconds remain here in the quarter, and I expect the Hornets to air out the ball here. You have 20 seconds until you have to go against an incredibly strong wind. You want to get as much leverage as you can, air that ball out. You have 2-3 plays where you can get that ball down the field and at least push it a little bit closer to that red zone, to that end zone, to where you can finally try and sneak it in with a run play. But expect the ball to go through the air here.
Well, let's see if you're correct. Harden out of the shotgun. 1st and 10 for the Hornets. Warner in the backfield. Toss to Warner. Warner goes to the right side, and he just trucks player there, and he keeps chugging along.
And expect that on an ESPN highlight reel. That was insane. I mean, a guy like Ben Warner got the low leverage there and absolutely ran over a player. That's so much fun to watch.
And with the end of the first quarter, we'll be back here in Valley Center after a few short commercials.
Giving blood, I was excited to do it.
I like to help people.
It's just a small way that I can try to give back.
It feels like you're doing a good thing for society.
It means a lot to me that my donation is going to go out to help somebody.
It's a very worthwhile opportunity to give back to the community.
It's easy. You can help strangers. That's the best feeling in the world, helping strangers.
I tend to think, what if it was a family member or someone I knew who needed blood, I would want it to be there for them.
Everybody needs to have the chance for life, and this is one of those opportunities to do that for people.
As a physician, firsthand I get to see the importance of blood and people that are in need of blood transfusions. Such a simple thing that without a lot of effort that you can do to actually save someone's life.
Come on out and help.
Donate blood with the Red Cross.
And 14-0 is your score here. We're back at the start of the second quarter. Harden out of the shotgun. Warner in the backfield. Give to Warner. Warner hits a hole, and he hits it hard, but he is brought down. That'll bring up third down for the Hornets.
Well, typically right there, Ben Warner is going to be the guy lead blocking, but with a pulling offensive guard in Austin Koash, you get a good lead blocker there with an already open gap, and that allows Koash to go second level, try and seal off a linebacker, and just dragged down from behind, but that play was almost executed to perfection there.
And now 3rd and 2 here for the Hornets, hoping to move those chains and keep this drive alive. Harden under center in the I formation. Give to Warner, but Warner is hit early, and he's brought down in the backfield.
Well, that right there was a veer option. You have the option to give it to Warner up the middle. You're reading the defensive end. If the defensive end comes down the field, you pull it. You try and get a pitch option there with Dominic Phillips. And Harden just a little bit too confident in Warner with the swarm from the Tigers. And unfortunately not quite there on that play and loss of yardage.
4th and 3 here for the Hornets. But it looks like the offense is going to stay out on the field and try and get this first down. Harden under center. Kaufman in motion. Fake handoff. Harden rolls out. And that is passed to Warner. Warner has it in the first down. And that'll move the chains for Valley Center.
And talk about Ben Warner being clutch, making the big play when it matters. Did it last week, and here he is doing it again.
And that first down is sponsored by Johnson, Gauge, and Inspection. And with that first down, that'll place the ball on the 22-yard line for the Hornets. Harden under center. He split I formation. Give there to Phillips. Phillips goes on the inside. Chugs gets maybe a yard there.
Well, that right there was a misdirection play on first down, trying to draw defenders to the left and then have Phillips go back to the right. And usually we see a bigger hole than that because of the first step is typically in the direction of the misdirection, which in this case would be to the offensive left, the defensive right. And not quite there. Good job by the linebackers to fill these holes. And 3 returning starters for Eisenhower's, 2 of which were all league. So these linebackers certainly know how to control the running game.
Harden under center in the I formation. Give to Phillips. But Phillips is brought down early. That'll be a loss of yards. That'll bring up third down for the Hornets.
And yet again, like I was talking about those linebackers, Parker Steven there shoots the gap as a blitz and makes the play himself.
And 3rd and 10 here for the Hornets, hoping to capitalize and move those chains, keep this drive alive.
Well, 3rd down and long here. I mean, I would expect maybe a play action, something crosser route. Watch Stacy and Phillips on that right side.
And it's going to be a timeout, Valley Center. 14-0 to score. We'll be back here in Valley Center after a few short messages.
Whenever we go to a local event here in Valley, we all want good food for reasonable prices with a friendly face behind it. Well, luckily, there's an option. The Food Guy. Located in his signature truck, keep an eye out for him at the next public event you make an appearance at. Or if you're hosting an event yourself and want a friendly catering option. Or if you have other questions, you can call him at 316-253-8832.
And we are back here in Valley Center, 14-0 to score. 3rd and 10 here for the Hornets.
And like I was saying, maybe a play action here. They do end up choosing the same formation as before the timeout, but Gabe Phillips and Stacy off to the right. Looks to be zone coverage from Eisenhower.
Out of the shotgun here is Harden. And Harden takes a snap, and he draws, and he's going to scramble out of the pocket, and he fires, but that throw is off the mark. Pass intended for number 80, Hunter Stacy. That'll bring up 4th down for the Hornets.
And I like the concept there by the Hornets. It's cover 4, which is a typical coverage you see on 3rd down and long, and Stacy's going across the field trying to go through all 4 of those zones. And with a short little route on that left side from both Cade Wilson and Hunter Sharp, you're keeping those 2 guys in on the left side of that cover 4, trying to get across the field, and he was open there just off the mark, and good pressure by the Tigers defense helped the defensive backs make the play.
And the offense is going to stay out onto the field. 4th and 10 here for the Hornets. Harden out of the shotgun. He rolls back, fires downfield. Oh, and it is just underthrown there. Pass intended for number 9, Cameron Kaufman. With that incompletion, that'll bring out the Tiger offense.
Well, the Hornets here are up 14-0, but I love the play calling here. You have a short yardage situation. You're getting close to the red zone. If you turn it over on downs, it's not that big of a deal. But I love the aggressive play calling. You're not happy with a 14-0 lead. You want to be up 21-0, 48-0. It doesn't matter. They're never going to stop pushing, and it's fun to see a team play like that.
And with that incompletion, Ellingson and his offense come out onto the field. Ball at their own 22-yard line. Low snap. He'll keep it himself. And a good run there. Couple yards on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And Ellingson there, 6 foot compared to Hogan, 6'4". I'm not quite sure why Hogan is out. I do not believe I see him on the sideline over there, but oh, I apologize. He is on the trainer's table right now. That is my apologies, but he did limp off after that fumble late in the first quarter.
Ellingson out of the shotgun, almost intercepted there, and that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 6 for the Tigers.
Tate Shirley moving over to cover those flat routes there, and good job play recognition, just isn't able to get 2 hands on the football.
And like I was saying, 3rd and 6 here for the Tigers. See if they can capitalize and move these chains. Ellingson out of the shotgun. And he'll roll out of the pocket. He fires, but the pass is off the mark. And that'll bring up 4th down for the Tigers.
So now it's 4th down, and with bad field position and a backup quarterback, I mean, the obvious call is to punt it here, and your Hornets couldn't be happier. I mean, the punt team does have the win now from the Tigers, but they've struggled to punt it all night regardless of wind direction. it's just been rough punting. So keep that in mind. Cade Wilson is a solid 10 yards farther from the line of scrimmage than he was without the win, but even then, I mean, you're still looking at good field position if you return it from the 50.
Cody Hauser here to punt the ball away, and Cade Wilson down deep to receive. 4th and 6 for the Tigers. And the punt is away. It was a booming punt there. And the ball is down at the 21-yard line, and that'll bring out the Hornet offense.
Well, my apologies. I thought that punt would go to the 50. Clearly the wind made quite an effect there. And a good job by Hauser to get it so far up in the air. He understands the wind is much faster up there, and it carries quite the distance.
1st and 10. That'll bring up 1st and 10 here for the Hornets. Hard and his offense come out onto the field.
Well, they struggled late there in that drive, and with good field position, weren't able to convert on 4th down. So it's definitely going to be an interesting second quarter against the wind.
Harden under center. Give to Phillips. Phillips goes up the middle, but he is brought down after a gain of 1.
Well, expect to see a lot more of that, a lot more running. And Dominic Phillips had some success earlier after his touchdown carry, but clearly, I mean, Eisenhower, good job on the defense, stacking the box. 7, 8 guys in the box, and I mean, it's pretty obvious against this type of win, you want to run the football. So, good job by Eisenhower, stacking that box, trying to make it hard for this offensive line. Look at that, 5 linebackers right there, 3 down linemen.
Harden under center, and Phillips has it. And Phillips is brought down. That'll bring up 3rd down for the Hornets.
Well, I know I'm a little biased because I'm a Tom Brady fan, but that's what Tom Brady made a living on. Just those short little passes, and against the wind, that's what you're going to have to do. Your short little passes, a couple check downs here and there, a drag route, a hitch route, a bubble screen. No matter what it is, running the ball didn't work on that last play, you can still air it out. It's not going to be those long, deep post routes, go routes. You have to air the ball out somehow.
3rd down here, 3rd and 2 for the Hornets. Hoping to move those chains. Harden under center, I formation. Takes a snap. And it was a fake to Warner, but the pass was off the mark originally, but Hunter Stacy about dove in and got it.
Well, Brent Ho right there on the defense, and a good job understanding a slant route over the middle. Timing is completely thrown off if you jam him off the line of scrimmage. An incredible job there by Brent Ho to jam him off the line of scrimmage. That's why that route wasn't on mark, and that's why that pass seemed very off. So, good job defensively.
Cade Wilson punts the ball away. And the ball is down at the 46-yard line. And that'll bring out this Eisenhower offense.
Well, now Ellingson put in a better situation. I mean, you still have some room to work with. And if he's able to start moving the chains a little bit here, recover from that 3rd down and 32 drive, I mean, if he's able to start moving the ball, at least getting some run plays, a few handoffs to Cade Schuber maybe, I mean, start finding some success, and then you can work it on later in the half. And Hogan is still on the trainer's table, so it makes me believe it's not a leaving the game type injury. He will be in later, but they're just trying to stay until Hogan's able to get back in that game.
Ellingson and his offense back out onto the field. Ellingson out of the shotgun. And he gets a snap, fake, and he passes off the mark. Going to bring up 2nd down for the Tigers.
Well, you're just crushed as a backup quarterback. You get the ball off, you get a good throw to your receiver, and it slips through his hands. And, I mean, it's cold. I do not blame him for missing that catch. I know I probably would have done the same. I don't have the best hands, but, I mean, that's crushing as a backup quarterback. And you fire it in there and falls incomplete.
And with how cold it is, I definitely would have done the same. So 2nd down and 10 here for the Tigers. Ellingson out of the shotgun. Give to Bunton, but he is hit early and brought down to the backfield. That'll be a loss of yards.
Well, I cannot stop talking about this defensive line. They're just incredible. The way they fire off the ball, a trap play there, and the guard doesn't even have time to pull before he's knocked over on his side. The velocity or the speed that the Hornets fire off the ball with, they're low, they hit hard, and this defensive line is just incredible and so much fun to watch the way they tear up the game.
Out of the shotgun is Ellingson. Bunton in the backfield. And Ellingson drops back. And he fires downfield, but the pass is off the mark. And that'll bring up 4th down. 4th down and 12 for the Tigers.
And that shows a lot right there from Ellingson. Slid up in the pocket, stayed calm. Not a position he's usually put in, but he stays calm, fires the ball over the middle. That was just good defense there by Hunter Sharp. That should have been a seam route, should have stayed on the hash mark, but because he's the high safety in that cover 3, he's trying to force that outside, get some more help, and force a harder throw on a younger quarterback. And good job there defensively by by Sharp.
Hauser here to punt. And Cade Wilson calls a fair catch. He does bobble it, but he does retain possession of the ball, and that'll bring out this Hornet offense.
Well, Wilson barely keeps possession on that one, but it is certainly tough to receive a high kick like that, especially with this wind. It's blowing every which way. There's absolutely no pattern at which that ball moves, so you just kind of have to react and go with it. And fortunately enough, recovers the ball.
And with that punt, that'll bring out this Hornet offense led by Caleb Harden. The Hornets are going to have their ball on their own 14-yard line.
Now keep in mind right here, with the running offense, you have quite a ways to work from the 14-yard line. 5 minutes, you can eat up this clock. Move the ball down the field.
And the snap is bobbled. And it looks like Eisenhower did get the ball. So that fumble recovery is going to be retained by Eisenhower. So Eisenhower will have the ball, the 14-yard line.
And you can't help but shrug. I mean, that's life. I mean, that is football right there. And it just happens sometimes. You got to go with it. You got to recover. And this defensive drive after the Hornets made 4 red zone stops last week against Ark City, this is going to test them. They're exhausted after forcing that drive from Ellingson. But, I mean, right now, they have to hold strong from the 9-yard line. They did it last week. And if they're able to do it this week, it's definitely going to be a successful game here tonight.
And excuse me, the ball is at the 9-yard line. Ellingson in the shotgun. Motion. Give there. But he is brought down early. Right there, that was number 45, Cody Hawks with the ball.
Well, it doesn't matter which way you run it against this Hornets defensive line. They're going to take it right down. I mean, a quick play trying to make it look like a read option. It wasn't there with the slide bot, trying to get a seal on that Mike linebacker. But overall, I mean, no matter what way you draw it, I mean, it's not going to work against this defensive line.
Hawks in the shotgun. He rolls out. He's looking for a receiver, and he throws, but that pass is low, incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down for the Tigers.
And I like the use of the eyes here from Cade Wilson. Makes an obvious turn with this helmet, so it doesn't matter what he does to the receiver. It appears to the referee as though he's making a play on the ball, which he was there. No chance for passing interference. No chance to move the ball closer to the goal line right there. A really solid play by Cade Wilson. And remember, he had 2 interceptions last week against Ark City.
Eisenhower with the ball on the Hornets 7-yard line. 3rd and goal here for the Tigers. Ellingson in the shotgun. Hawks in the backfield. Fake. Ellingson keeps it himself. And he is brought down just shy of the goal line at the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down for the Tigers.
And, I mean, that's positive yardage there for the Tigers. They're happy with that one. Move them closer to the goal line. And they don't care that it's 4th down. They're going to go for it. They're going to punch it right up the gut. And, I mean, with the wind, maybe you take a field goal, but you're down 2 scores. You got to punch it in for the 7.
And 4th down here. Tigers hoping to capitalize. Ellingson in the shotgun. Hawks in the backfield. Give to Hawks, and that'll be a touchdown. Touchdown Eisenhower.
And Hawks, through 5 games this year, had 33 rushing yards, 6 touchdowns. He is the definition of a short yardage runner. Shows it there and gets a Tiger touchdown.
Eisenhower attempting to make this a one-possession game. And, to kick away the extra point is going to be number 7, Braden Ritchie. Snap is high, but the hold is there, and the extra point is good.
Well, it certainly makes this game a whole lot more interesting, Caden, but we'll be back here at Hornet Studios in just a minute.
One of a parent's biggest worries is letting their teen get behind the wheel of a vehicle. That's why getting professional, personal instruction is so important. The Wichita Driving School is licensed by the state of Kansas and offers the most classes per month of any driving school. With the most students trained in Wichita last year, it's obvious students and parents like Wichita Driving School for the convenience
and professional one-on-one instruction.
Wichita Driving School, where you're driven to be the best.
Welcome to Valley Center, a beautiful, friendly community just 9 miles north of downtown Wichita. Come discover Valley Center and take a walk through historic downtown. Check out unique restaurants, shop at locally owned businesses, or play around at Valley Point Golf Course. Valley Center is building on its proud heritage while welcoming new ideas, new businesses, and new families. Valley Center will exceed your expectations. Discover Valley Center, an incredible place to call.
And we are back in Valley Center. 14-7 is your score. Hornets are on top. Back deep to receive is Cade Wilson, and to kick the ball away is number 7, Braden Ritchie. And the kick is away. Cade Wilson takes it, running right up the middle. And he runs up the middle, gets to the 25-yard line before he is brought down. That'll bring out this Hornet offense.
Cade Wilson been a pretty consistent returner here for the Hornets and continuing to show off his electric speed on this field, but out comes this offense, and I said it last time. I mean, you have a solid 332 remaining in this half. You do those short little passes, run it to Dominic Phillips or to Ben Warner, doesn't really matter. But you do those short little passes, mix the run in, splash it in every once in a while. You can slowly march this ball down the field and try and get yourself a score before halftime.
Harden out of the shotgun. Warner in the backfield. Fake to Warner. Pass to Hunter Sharp. Hunter Sharp gets it. And he gets down at the 35-yard line. And that'll move the chains for Valley Center.
Well, Hunter Sharp is not a guy that you typically see have a breakout night on the offensive side of the ball, but he's certainly an athlete there with that run after catch and the way he plays on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, he's so athletic on the defensive side of the ball. It clearly and easily transitions to the offensive side of the ball.
And with that Hornet first down, that first down is brought to you by 1-800-JUNK-PRO. First and 10 here for the Hornets. Harden takes a snap. Warner gets a toss. And he is brought down.
Well, I want to see that play again because I see Warner on that toss taking it to the short side. He cuts it up a little bit early. Had he kept going outside, he would have had a one-on-one with a corner, Carson Brunau. And I want to see that. I mean, Warner against a corner, I mean, that is so much fun to watch and certainly highlight reel worthy.
2nd and 8 here for the Hornets. Harden under center, I formation. Fake to Phillips. Harden drops back, and he throws it to Hunter Sharp. Hunter Stacy. Toe tap catch, and that's for the Hornets. That first down is brought to you by Nick's Barbershop.
And Hunter Stacy, the speed that he moves off the ball with, he's perfect for a comeback route. You wonder why he runs that route so much. It's because he bursts off that line with so much speed, makes the defender commit to a go route, makes him turn his hip, and then just a quick cutback. He's incredible running that route, and he runs it all the time, and it shows why.
Harden under center. I formation. Harden drops back, fires downfield, looking for Hunter Sharp. That pass about intercepted, but is going to be incomplete, and that'll bring up second down for the Hornets.
And right there, not sure if that was a go route or a seam route. On a seam route, you want it to be inside, and on a go route, you want it to be outside. So maybe just a little bit of miscommunication there between Sharp and Harden. Falls incomplete. On the coverage was Carson Brunel.
2nd and 10 here for the Hornets.
Well, and Caden, 2:19 here in the half, and this could certainly be an interesting drive that could affect the course of the game after an Eisenhower score.
Harden out of the shotgun, he'll take it, and he'll scramble. And looks like a catch there. Another good catch by Hunter Stacy, but a flag on the play.
And keep in mind, there's a flag. I believe there was one after the play, but also a flag during the play as Harden was rolling out. A lot of times you see offensive linemen, holding on to a defender, and it gets pretty obvious when a quarterback's rolling out, something that refs are told to watch for.
And we are awaiting the call. And with those penalties, they will offset, and so that'll be a repeat of second down.
I hate to critique the refs because I know they're doing their best job, but with a personal foul, should offset that holding there on the Hornets and give them at least 5 yards from the spot of the foul. Not sure there, but overall it's just going to be 2nd down and 10.
Second and 10 here for the Hornets. Harden out of the shotgun. Fake to Warner. Harden drops back. Fires downfield. He's looking for Stacy. And it is incomplete. And Stacy wants a flag, and it looks like he will get one.
And on that coverage there was Trey Omley, the former quarterback for the Tigers. But you see the lob up there. I mean, it almost feels like slow motion as a cornerback. And hopping over Stacy almost. I mean, went over him, looked to make a play on the ball, but even then that affected the receiver's hands to catch, so should be a passing interference.
And pass interference is the call. That'll be a 15-yard walk-off there for the Hornets. So that'll bring up a first down there for the Hornets. That first down is sponsored to you by the Food Guy.
So 1st down and 10 there, trying to air it out with 2:05. Keep that in mind. Hornets trying to push towards the red zone.
Harden out of the shotgun. Fake to Warner. Harden drops back. Fires. And he's got Stacy. And Stacy is hit and he goes out of bounds.
They completely fooled the defense on that right side there. Those twins, and they almost run right next to each other. And then just a quick break outside from Hunter Stacy. Had plenty of room to work with. And lucky defense there by Eisenhower to even get the tackle on that one.
2nd down, 2nd and 1 here for the Hornets. Looking to move those chains. Harden in the shotgun. Warner alone in the backfield. And a give to Warner. Warner goes to the outside, and he's got some room. And he is brought down at the 11-yard line, and that'll move the chains for Valley Center.
Well, Warner there almost trucked his own blocker, basically did just that. And, I mean, all Warner knows is he needs to get down that field and run over some guys, and was pretty excited to do that. Good enough for a Hornet first down.
That first down is brought to you by the Sod Shop.
And after that, wouldn't be surprised to another give to Warner. He seemed hyped up on that last play.
And you're correct, give to Warner. Warner cups up to the middle. And he is brought down But it looks like Eisenhower saying the ball came out.
It appeared as though his knee was down before the ball came out, or before they started saying the ball came out.
And it looks like the ball came out before that. So Eisenhower with the stop there.
1:09 remaining in this game after the fumble call, and Hornets just barely short there of that end zone. But
now that'll bring up a 1st and 10 here for this Eisenhower offense after that stop there by their defense. Down by 7, looking to get a touchdown. Caleb, what do you expect to see here with a minute remaining?
for the Hornets, I say they go back to their base cover 3. That's what they've done all season, and it's clearly worked to shut down this deep pass. And right now, I mean, if you're Eisenhower, you have to air out the ball. I wouldn't say the shotgun is the way to do it, give you some more mobility as a quarterback, but that's clearly what they're doing here.
Ellingson in the shotgun. Bunton and Bunton's finding some open space, and he is going out, and he is at the 40. And he is brought down there after a very good gain.
And no Hornet fan is happy with the run down the field. They're wanting a block in the back. It looks like Kaufman was blocked in the back, and there's no flags on the play. There is a flag. Looked like a referee threw his hat back at the 7-yard line. My apologies, it was not.
And that'll be a personal foul there on the offense, so 15 yards from the spot of foul, so we'll just repeat first down.
And I think that was the block in the back that all these Hornet fans were wanting. But, I mean, even then, that run was designed to get a little bit more space, allow Ellingson to get some more pocket to work with so he can try and air that ball out. That's why they ran it there, to try and protect that ball. But even now, he's got a solid pocket, and you can see him. He's all alone in the pocket now. Expect the ball to go through the air.
First down and 1 here for the Tigers. Ellingson alone in the backfield. His running back, number 22, J.T. Bunton, is on the right side. Ellingson alone. Motion. And he'll get it. He is brought down early. That was number 27, Mason Turney.
And 2 flags on the play. They were both after the play was called dead. I want to talk about that play real quick. Solid pursuit there by the Hornets defense. Good job breaking the the blockers, and solid way to shut down a jet sweep.
And we are awaiting the call. And another personal foul, so we'll repeat first down yet again.
It was the same exact penalty there, Caden. A blindside block, very similar to a block in the back. So now they're pushed back even deeper. And right now with 31 seconds, I mean, right now you're just looking to run the ball out. Looking to chew up that clock and get into the halftime locker room. The score the way it is, so close to the end zone. You keep trying to air it out, and you might get a safety.
Well, 1st and 10 here for the Tigers again. Ellingson in the backfield. Bunton takes it, and he is brought down. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And, yeah, it looks like that's what they'll do. Clock keeps running. It's at 5 right now.
And it is now the end of the half, so 14-7 your score. We'll be back here after halftime.
Giving blood, I was excited to do it.
I like to help people.
It's just a small way that I can try to give back.
It feels like you're doing a good thing for society.
It means a lot to me that my donation is going to go out to help somebody.
It's a very worthwhile opportunity to give back to the community.
It's easy. You can help strangers. That's the best feeling in the world, helping strangers.
I tend to think, what if it was a family member or someone I knew who needed blood, I would want it to be there for them. To be there for them.
Everybody needs to have the chance for life, and this is one of those opportunities to do that for people.
As a physician, firsthand I get to see the importance of blood and people that are in need of blood transfusions. Such a simple thing that without a lot of effort that you can do to actually save someone's life.
Come on out and help.
Donate blood with the Red Cross.
Whenever we go to a local event here in Valley, we all want good food for reasonable prices with a friendly face behind it. Well, luckily, there's an option. The Food Guy. Located in a signature truck, keep an eye out for him at the next public event you make an appearance at. Or if you're hosting an event yourself and want a friendly catering option. Or if you have other questions, you can call him at 316-253-8832.
One of a parent's biggest worries is letting their teen get behind the wheel of a vehicle. That's why getting professional, personal instruction is so important. The Wichita Driving School is licensed by the state of Kansas and offers the most classes per month of any driving school. With the most students trained in Wichita last year, it's obvious students and parents like Wichita Driving School for the convenience
and professional one-on-one instruction.
Wichita Driving School, where you're driven to be the best.
Welcome to Valley Center, a beautiful, friendly community just 9 miles north of downtown Wichita. Come discover Valley Center and take a walk through historic downtown. Check out unique restaurants, shop at locally owned businesses, or play around at Valley Point Golf Course. Valley Center is building on its proud heritage while welcoming new ideas, new businesses, and new families. Valley Center will exceed your expectations. Discover Valley Center, an incredible place to call home.
Giving blood. I was excited to do it.
I like to help people.
It's just a small way that I can try to give back.
It feels like you're doing a good thing for society.
It means a lot to me that my donation is going to go out to help somebody.
It's a very worthwhile opportunity to give back to the community.
It's easy. You can help strangers. That's the best feeling in the world, helping strangers.
I tend to think, what if it was a family member or someone I knew who needed blood, I would want it to be there for them.
Everybody needs to have the chance for life, and this is one of those opportunities to do that for people.
As a physician, firsthand I get to see the importance of blood and people that are in need of blood transfusions. Such a simple thing that without a lot of effort that you can do to actually save someone's life.
Come on out and help.
Donate blood with the Red Cross.
Whenever we go to a local event here in Valley, we all want good food for reasonable prices with a friendly face behind it. Well, luckily, there's an option, the Food Guy. Located in a signature truck, keep an eye out for him at the next public event you make an appearance at. Or if you're hosting an event yourself and want a friendly catering option. Or if you have other questions, you can call him at 316-253-8832.
One of a parent's biggest worries is letting their teen get behind the wheel of a vehicle. That's why getting professional, personal instruction is so important. The Wichita Driving School is licensed by the state of Kansas and offers the most classes per month of any driving school. With the most students trained in Wichita last year, it's obvious students and parents like Wichita Driving School for the convenience
and professional one-on-one instruction.
Wichita Driving School, where you're driven to be the best.
Welcome to Valley Center, a beautiful, friendly community just 9 miles north of downtown Wichita. Come discover Valley Center and take a walk through historic downtown. Check out unique restaurants, shop at locally owned businesses, or play around at Valley Point Golf Course. Valley Center is building on its proud heritage while welcoming new ideas, ideas, new businesses, and new families. Valley Center will exceed your expectations. Discover Valley Center, an incredible place to call home.
Giving blood, I was excited to do it.
I like to help people.
It's just a small way that I can try to give back.
Feels like you're doing a good thing for society.
It means a lot to me that my donation is going to go out to help somebody.
It's a very worthwhile opportunity to give back to the community.
It's easy. You can help strangers. That's the best feeling in the world, helping strangers.
I tend to think, what if it was a family member or someone I knew who needed blood, I would want it to be there for them.
Everybody needs to have the chance for life, and this is one of those opportunities to do that for people.
As a physician, firsthand I get to see the importance of blood and people that are in need of blood transfusions. Such a simple thing that without a lot of effort that you can do to actually save someone's life.
Come on out and help.
Donate blood with the Red Cross.
Whenever we go to a local event here in Valley, we all want good food for reasonable prices with a friendly face behind it. Well, luckily, there's an option. The Food Guy. Located in a signature truck, keep an eye out for him at the next public event you make an appearance at. Or if you're hosting an event yourself and want a friendly catering option. Or if you have other questions, you can call him at 316-253-8832.
One of a parent's biggest worries is letting their teen get behind the wheel of a vehicle. That's why getting professional, personal instruction is so important. The Wichita Driving School is licensed by the state of Kansas and offers the most classes per month of any driving school. With the most students trained in Wichita last year, it's obvious students and parents like Wichita Driving School for the convenience
and professional one-on-one instruction.
Wichita Driving School, where you're driven to be the best.
Welcome to Valley Center, a beautiful, friendly community just 9 miles north of downtown Wichita. Come discover Valley Center and take a walk through historic downtown. Check out unique restaurants, shop at locally owned businesses, or play around at Valley Point Golf Course. Valley Center is building on its proud heritage while welcoming new ideas, new businesses, and new families. Valley Center will exceed your expectations. Discover Valley Center, an incredible place to call home.
giving blood. I was excited to do it.
I like to help people.
It's just a small way that I can try to give back.
Feels like you're doing a good thing for society.
It means a lot to me that my donation is going to go out to help somebody.
It's a very worthwhile opportunity to give back to the community.
It's easy. You can help strangers. That's the best feeling in the world, helping strangers.
I tend to think, what if it was a family member or someone I knew who needed blood? I would want it to be there for them.
Everybody needs to have the chance for life, and this is one of those opportunities to do that for people.
As a physician, firsthand I get to see the importance of blood and people that are in need of blood transfusions. Such a simple thing that without a lot of effort that you can do to actually save someone's life.
Come on out and help.
Donate blood with the Red Cross.
Whenever we go to a local event here in Valley, we all want good food for reasonable prices with a friendly face behind it. Well, luckily, there's an option. The Food Guy. Located in his signature truck, keep an eye out for him at the next public event you make an appearance at. Or if you're hosting an event yourself and want a friendly catering option. Or if you have other questions, you can call him at 316-253-8832.
One of a parent's biggest worries is letting their teen get behind the wheel of a vehicle. That's why getting professional, personal instruction is so important. The Wichita Driving School is licensed by the state of Kansas and offers the most classes per month of any driving school. With the most students trained in Wichita last year, it's obvious students and parents like Wichita Driving School for the convenience
and professional one-on-one instruction.
Wichita Driving School, where you're driven to be the best.
Welcome to Valley Center, a beautiful, friendly community just 9 miles north of downtown Wichita. Come discover Valley Center and take a walk through historic downtown. Check out unique restaurants, shop at locally owned businesses, or play around at Valley Point Golf Course. Valley Center is building on its proud heritage while welcoming new ideas, new businesses, and new families. Valley Center will exceed your expectations. Discover Valley Center, an incredible place to call home.
I was excited to do it.
I like to help people.
It's just a small way that I can try to give back.
Feels like you're doing a good thing for society.
It means a lot to me that my donation is going to go out to help somebody.
It's a very worthwhile opportunity to give back to the community.
It's easy. You can help.
And we are back for the second half of play here. 14-7 is your score. The Hornets are leading against the Tigers, and so the Hornets are now going to be receiving.
like I said, I mean, they set the tone defensively in the first half. 1 touchdown and not a single first down. If you remember on that touchdown, 1st down and 9 was where they got the ball. So no first downs for this Eisenhower offense after Hogan limped off the field. But overall, it has been a dominant first half for the Hornets, and the score is only 1 score apart. But the way this Hornets team played, at least statistically, I mean, they should be up quite a bit more. And with the wind here in this 3rd quarter, I would not be surprised to see it 21-28-7 at the end of this one.
Braden Ritchie here. Kick the ball away. Cade Wilson back deep to receive, but Hunter Sharp will take it instead. Hunter Sharp's going to go, and he's going to be wrapped up early, and he's going to be brought down at the 27-yard line.
And trying to keep it away there from Cade Wilson on that kickoff. But one thing I was just trying to eye right now, I can't see it at first glance, but I don't see a number 11 on the sideline for Eisenhower, Nick Hogan. And that's just first glance. Don't quote me on that one, but I do not see him at the moment. Would not be surprised to see him off the field. And that is 17, so not 11. But, yeah, that'll definitely be an interesting story in the second half.
Harden in the shotgun, give to Warner. And Warner is brought down early.
Well, run game didn't work out there early going, and the Hornets expected to be a little bit more pass-heavy here, and they didn't do much of that in the first half, but didn't need to because they were successful. They have the wind in the 3rd quarter. Go ahead and air it out while you have the time, and trying to get that ball through the air. I mean, that'll be interesting.
2nd down and 10 here for the Hornets at their own 27-yard line. Harden under center. Kaufman in motion. And that is a give to Phillips. Phillips is hit, but not after a pickup of about a yard. And that'll bring up 3rd down. 3rd down and 9 for the Hornets.
Well, the Hornets right there trying to stay patient, but with 3 down linemen and 5 linebackers, 8 guys in the box compared to 6 blockers, that's not going to work. You have to go play action here on 3rd down and long, and I love the way they're trying to stay patient, but at some point you got to play action. That's been how they've got their yards through the air, is off the play action. So keep that in mind here. And the Hornets out of the shotgun.
Out of the shotgun is Harden. 3rd and 9. Fake to Warner. And Harden throws to Wilson. Wilson looking for the first. And he gets it. And he is brought down, but not after picking up the 1st down. That 1st down is brought to you by Luminous Neon Art and Sign Supply Systems.
And right there, 2 drag routes across the field, Gabe Phillips and Cade Wilson. All eyes on that play were on Gabe Phillips because that's the play he's made his money off of. That's where he's got his 8 touchdowns on the year. And so all eyes were on him. Little slip route there, little crossers from Cade Wilson, and he's wide open.
And 1st and 10 here for the Hornets. Harden in the shotgun. Warner in the backfield. Fake to Warner. Harden rolling out. And he fires. Looking for Stacy. Stacy's got it. And Stacy is taken out at about the 40-yard line. And that'll bring up a 1st down. That 1st down is brought to you by Alloy Architecture.
Well, and right there, the difference between a winning team and a losing team is a team that can react to broken down plays. That was a completely broken down play on the miscommunication. Harden wanted a screen, clearly was not. Stacy ran the hitch route, but then he just went up north because realized that it wasn't going to work, and quick lob and got the 1st down.
And an ineligible receiver downfield is the call for the Hornets. So that'll just be a 5-yard penalty, so we're going to be repeating 1st down. 1st down and 15 here for Valley Center.
Well, tough spot to put in, but it's still 1st down. There's no reason to panic. You can still air the ball out. Worked last time, worked the play before that, so no reason to get iffy here.
Harden out of the shotgun. And Sharp has it. Sharp going for the 1st down, but he is going to be just short of it.
And hitch route on the left side there to Hunter Sharp, but the reason that play worked right there was because of the play action. We see number 45 there, that's Cody Hawks, going downhill because of the play action. It read the run, went downhill. Normally on zone coverage, he's going to boost out. He's going to completely take away that hitch route from Hunter Sharp. But because of the play action, takes a step forward instead of a step out. Harden able to complete that pass because the defender is not there.
2nd and 1 here for the Hornets. Harden in the shotgun. Warner alone in the backfield. Give to Warner. Looking for the first down, and he has it. And that first down is brought to you by Hellas.
So Ben Warner there, short situation, keeps the chains moving and continues coming up clutch. Had a 4th down conversion earlier on a reception, and here he is getting the first down again.
1st and 10 here for the Hornets. Ball on the Eisenhower 49-yard line. Harden in the shotgun. Fake to Warner. And that pass is going to be intercepted. Intercepted by number 12, Brandon Lee. So that'll bring out this Eisenhower offense.
And tough right there. I thought Harden was throwing to that inside hitch route. Kaufman didn't react to it. And so I assumed it was going to Stacy on the outside. Good jump by Brandon Lee to get that interception on the hitch route. And with a little bit of lob, I think that signals to me that it was a miscommunication on who the ball was being thrown to with those double hitches. But overall, I mean, just an unfortunate set of events there for the Hornets, and out comes the quarterback Ethan Ellingson. We see no Nick Hogan on this play. Keep that in mind for the rest of this half.
Ellingson in the shotgun. Give to Schuber. And Schuber is wrapped up early, and he is brought down.
And that is something we failed to mention in that first half. Rosters were wrong. JT Button typically wears number 22 for the home jerseys, but tonight it is number 5, Cade Schuber, the typical running back, the guy we talked about in pregame, who has 246 yards and a touchdown on the year.
That being said, 2nd down and 10 here for the Tigers. Ellingson in the shotgun. He fires, and that is caught. But it looked like the ball came out. And Valley is pointing that they have it. No call yet. And Valley does get the ball. They get the ball right back.
And that's their 9th turnover forced on the year. The Hornets keep moving, and their 2nd fumble recovery of the year. The first one coming in week 1. But incredible play there. Solid hit from behind by Tate Shirley just to punch that ball out. And there they go, making another play. Gets this offense back out on the field.
And here we go. The Harden and the Valley offense is going to come out onto the field, and they're going to be starting their drive on their own 38-yard line.
We'll expect a run here. Harden's a little skeptical on his arm after that interception thrown, but a run would work here on first down, try and get some depth. We don't see as many players in the box here. I mean, there are 7, but not quite the 8 that we saw last time.
Flag on the play. An illegal substitution is the call, so 5-yard penalty. We're just going to repeat first down, and now 15 for the Hornets.
And I'm not sure what defines that penalty. There was the play clock hadn't even started running yet, so see no reason for that, but nonetheless, that is the call, first down and 15.
Harden under center. And Harden is wrapped up in the backfield. That is going to be a sack.
And right here after that sack, that is the definition of adversity. You have a penalty, you found some success, but now you have a penalty and a sack. It's 2nd down and seemingly a mile, and you have to work out of your own end zone. I mean, right now, adversity, the stakes are high. The Hornets want to go up by 2 scores and extend this game in their favor. Right now, this is where they've succeeded so far on the season, is through that adversity, fighting through it, being mentally tough. And right now, this shows a lot about the mental strength of your team and how the course of the season is going to go.
2nd and 28 here for the Hornets. Harden under center. Give to Phillips. Phillips finds some space, but he is hit hard. And he is brought down. That'll bring up 3rd down for the Hornets.
And that play right there, run to the outside, was designed to make it 3rd down and manageable. You want it to be within passing distance. You don't want it to be a 25, 35-yard chunk on the field. But I think they're setting up a play right here about 15 yards from the 1st down. And so now you have a little bit more room to work with, maybe a post route over the middle, maybe a comeback route on that right side, or excuse me, left side to Stacy. But keep that in mind here on 3rd down.
Harden under center. Give to Warner. Warner goes up the middle. And he lowers his shoulder. And he gets a very good gain there. It's now going to be 4th down. 4th down for the Hornets.
Well, my apologies on that one. There goes Ben Warner. Didn't need a pass play. You have to wonder, I mean, appears they'll go for it here.
Well, it looks like Caleb Harden is coming off the field.
Now keep in mind, Cade Wilson has converted 1 fake punt on the season. Now's a perfect time on 4th down and short to attempt another.
Cade Wilson. And it looks like it's going to be a false start on the Hornets.
Well, and right there, going from 4th down and 2 to 4th down and 7, I think that eliminates the chances of a fake punt on 4th down. And back deep to return is number 27, Mason Turney. As I mentioned earlier, 87-yard punt return touchdown last week against Dodge City, so certainly an electric returner on this field.
4th and 7 here. Cade Wilson to punt the ball away. And a wobbly kick there. The ball goes out at the 45-yard line, so that'll bring out this Eisenhower offense.
And we'll go to a short commercial break. Cade Wilson falling down there. We'll see you back here in just a minute.
Strangers, that's the best feeling in the world.
Whenever we go to a local event here in Valley, we all want good food for reasonable prices with a friendly face behind it. Well, luckily, there's an option. The Food Guy. Located in his signature truck, keep an eye out for him at the next public event you make an appearance at. Or if you're hosting an event yourself and want a friendly catering option. Or if you have other questions, you can call him at 316-253-8832.
One of a parent's biggest worries is letting their teen get behind the wheel of a vehicle. That's why getting
And we are back here at Valley Center District Stadium. 14-7 is your score. Hornets are on top. Eisenhower with good field position here at their own 45-yard line to start their drive.
And so far, Eisenhower's defense has kept them in this game. And as I mentioned earlier, it's going to be an offensive game. Both these defenses are stellar. And so Ellingson out here with another opportunity because of his defense.
Ellingson in the shotgun. Jet sweep. But right there, Mason Turney just trips. And so that is going to be a loss of yards there on that jet sweep.
And Ethan Vanderwide, I mean, what can I say about this kid? He is just incredible. A sack on the year and 3rd in team tackles. I mean, overall, an incredible kid, and this is his first year as a Hornet there. Rushing the edge there, getting off that edge, and making a play on the jet sweep to turn down Turney.
Ellingson in the back. Ellingson in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Fake to Schuber. Pressured. And he is brought down in the backfield. That is going to be a sack for the Hornets.
And the Hornets, I mean, they are just incredible on the defensive line. 12.5 sacks on the year, now 13. And they continue showing how they dominate these games. The speed they fire off the ball with and the amount of panic that they just put in Ellingson, as they've done in many other quarterbacks. It's just fun to see them play the game of football. Reminds me of the 1960s, 1970s Vikings defensive line, the purple people eaters. And with the jersey killer, it certainly fits here.
3rd and 17 here for the Tigers. Ellingson in the shotgun. He drops back, fires downfield, and that pass is almost picked by number 2, Cade Wilson.
And that right there, recognizing that it's man coverage, just wanting to lob it up there and trusting your receiver on that right side. Didn't work out there for Ellingson. It was an awkward throw. And with the inside leverage, even though it is man coverage, you can't just lob it up there. You have to lob it up there almost with strategy. You have to have good placement. That ball should have been placed inside, not just one that you just fire up there.
Hauser here to punt the ball away. And the ball is down at the 35-yard line.
Well, the Hornets offense gets another shot. And after a turnover and then a turnover on downs, or after the punt, excuse me, they have another shot here. They have some adversity, and if they're able to work with it, if they're able to, push this ball down the field, extend the lead to 2 scores, then they're setting themselves up for a long-term victory here. 3:56, and I think there's plenty of time to do it before the end of the quarter.
14-7 is your score. Harden under center. I formation. Toss to Phillips. Phillips finds a hole, and he cuts to the outside. Phillips dodging a few tackles, but he is brought down, but not after gaining a first down. That first down is brought to you by Valley Offset Printing.
So chains keep moving, and, really, overall, all the credit in the world to Dominic Phillips. But once he turns at second level, I love the way these receivers block. Ben Warner getting downfield, making the seal block on the linebacker. Good block on Cody Hawks. But, overall, it's not just Phillips doing the work. Give some credit to those lead blockers on the second level.
1st and 10 here for the Hornets. Give to Warner. Warner goes right up the middle. Gets a few yards there on that carry. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, interestingly enough, you remember last week, got a couple plays to the outside and made something out of it. Early in the first quarter, got some plays outside and made something out of it. Clearly not a middle runner. Where he gets his leverage is when he gets on that outside and there's not much traffic. And that's when he uses his momentum.
2nd and 8 here for the Hornets. Harden under center in the I formation. Fake to Phillips. Harden fires, and that is caught. He's got the first down and then some. And that catch is caught by number 12, Gabe Phillips. And that first down is brought to you by Valley Center United Methodist Church.
And the chains keep moving there on the in route to Gabe Phillips, and love to see it. It's a play that's been called a million times this year, and don't blame Coach Secure because it clearly works. It works every time. I believe 4 of Phillips's 8 touchdowns have been just on that play, 3 of which came against Pleasant Hill.
1st and 10 here for the Hornets at Eisenhower's 33-yard line. Harden under center in the I formation. Give to Phillips. Phillips trying to get to the outside, and he slips out a few tackles, but he is brought down, but not after gaining a first down. That first down is brought to you by All Saints Home Care.
Well, the Hornets are marching and in good time, too. They have little time left with this wind at their backs. They want to get one more score in before they have the wind in their faces. And definitely in good time. Keep the chains moving. Another good run by Dominic Phillips, and he's starting to find his groove once again after having a couple slow weeks. But here he is finding success on the run game.
1st and 10 here for the Hornets on Eisenhower's own 13-yard line. Harden under center in the I formation. Give to Warner. Warner goes right up the middle, and he is brought down. Not after gaining a few yards. That'll bring up second down.
And right now, I wouldn't be surprised to see a little lob, maybe Gabe Phillips on that left side. I mean, the close field with the left hash, I could definitely see it. Or watch Stacy on the right side. I mean, right now, maybe a play action, probably the best call in this situation.
Looks like a flag was thrown. And right there is dead ball, and so a personal foul. So that'll move Valley Center closer to the end zone. And
well, now you change the situation a little bit. It's first down and 5, or excuse me, second down and 5. They will count the down because it was after the play. But now you can run it in. Maybe give it to Warner, get him his second touchdown of the night. Give it to Phillips and get him his second touchdown of the night. Either way, I mean, you're set.
Phillips with the give. But he is hit early, and he is brought down. That'll bring up third down for the Hornets. Third down and 2.
Well, with how much you've developed your run game and how patient you've been consistently throughout the course of the season with the run game, play action, in my opinion, would be the call here. Go for the shot to the end zone. It's third down. If not, you only have 2 yards to gain on fourth down and get that first down.
Harden under center. In the I formation. Phillips gets the carry, but it looks like it will not be enough for the first down. That'll bring up fourth down for the Hornets.
And goal line defense is probably one of the most important things on a football field. The Hornets showed it last week in their victory, and NFL teams show it all the time. I mean, pretty much every time a team wins in the red zone, I mean, they win the game. And so that's something that you have to keep an eye on, and good job there by Eisenhower making the stop. Hunter Sharp to kick, and he's 1 for 1 for field goals this year.
And the kick is good. That'll bring your score to 17-3. We'll be back here after a few short messages. And we are back here at Valley Center District Stadium. 17-7 is your score. Valley Center leads by 10. Sharp ready to deliver the kick. And the kick is away. And that is received. This time they did hand it off. He's getting to the outside. But he is brought out. Mason Turney with the return.
Well, the fake return worked last time because the swarming was to the left side. This time to the right side because that's where the kick was. Quick handoff there to Turney, and he's going to the left side. That's where all the players are. That's why it didn't work out as well on that one.
1st and 10 here on Eisenhower's own 39-yard line. This is where they start their drive with 20 seconds left in the third.
Well, after that last Hornet drive, I mean, it sucks to settle for a field goal, but you extend it to 2-score lead. You're forcing this offense to drive down the field twice and get points on the board.
Ellingson in the shotgun. Schuber gains a couple yards there, and that'll bring up second down for the Tigers.
Well, Eisenhower is getting the wind in perfect time after the end of this quarter. They're going to get the wind to their backs, and then they can start airing out a little bit more. Ellingson has seemed so much more confident on the offensive side of the ball after coming in early in that first quarter, and so it's definitely interesting to see, and they're getting the win in perfect time late in the fourth quarter.
17-7 is their score. We'll be back here after a few commercials.
Giving blood, I was excited to do it.
I like to help people.
It's just a small way that I can try to give back.
It feels like you're doing a good thing for society.
It means a lot to me that my donation is going to go out to help somebody.
It's a very worthwhile opportunity to give back to the community.
It's easy. You can help strangers. That's the best feeling in the world, helping strangers.
I tend to think, what if it was a family member or someone I knew who needed blood? I would want it to be.
Everybody needs to have the chance for life, and this is one of those opportunities to do that for people.
As a physician, firsthand I get to see the importance of blood and people that are in need of blood transfusions. Such a simple thing that without a lot of effort that you can do to actually save someone's life.
Come on out and help.
Donate blood with the Red Cross.
And we are back in Valley Center. 17-7 is your score. Second down and 9 for the Tigers. Ellingson into the shotgun. Fake to Schuber. He'll keep it himself. He is brought down early.
And Cameron Boyer right there had a sack last week, and last week at Arc City was his return. He missed 3 games, and even after missing 3 games was leading the Hornets in 2 different categories and was still 5th in tackles. This kid is extremely talented, and he's still young, so definitely a lot of years of success to come from Cameron Boyer.
Third down and 10 here for the Tigers. Ellingson in the shotgun. And he scrambles. He fires, and that is almost picked off. Cade Wilson almost got that ball. That'll bring up fourth down and 10 for the Tigers.
And that right there, good play. Just true athleticism. No strategy involved. Cade Wilson with an athletic play to make the stop. Did it earlier. He's leading the team in passes defended with 12 now. And so, really talented kid and fun to see him play.
Back deep to receive is Hunter Sharp. To deliver the kick is Cody Hauser. And the ball is down at the 36-yard line. So that'll bring out the Hornet offense led by quarterback Caleb Harden.
Well, you have 11 minutes here. You're against the wind. Run the football right here, right now. Get it down the field. You have 2 elusive running backs in Dominic Phillips, Ben Warner. If you need, you can throw in Cameron Coffin. He ran a little bit at the beginning of the season. But you have so many guys you can mix it up with. You want to take time off the clock. You want to score again. If you run the football here with success, you're gonna be even closer to sealing out this game.
First down and 10 here. Valley Center starts their drive on their own 36-yard line, and we'll see if you're correct, if they just keep it on the ground and not air it out.
And keep in mind here, Gabe Phillips tight end to the left, often an indication of which way they're running the football.
Harden under center in the I formation. Phillips gets the snap, and he is brought down, but not after gaining a few yards. That'll bring up second down.
So after one run play to the middle, didn't work out there. Maybe try misdirection. That's found success for Phillips. Keep that in mind, the misdirection, or a sweep play. Sweep plays have found success, maybe twins to the left side and a sweep play to the open side of the field. But, I mean, overall, a simple run play to the middle, it might work here and there, but long-term down the field, it's not going to work. You're going to have to mix it up a little bit more.
2nd and 8 here for the Hornets. Harden under center in the I formation. Toss to Phillips. And Phillips getting to the outside. A good run there, and that'll bring up third down for the Hornets.
And there it is, that sweet play that I was talking about. Running it to the outside, a good mix of the middle and then the outside there. And right now, 3rd down and short. I mean, a perfect time for a breakout run to Dominic Phillips. Expect the misdirection. That's what I would call in this situation.
3rd and 2 here for the Hornets. We'll see if you are correct. 10 minutes left in the game. Harden under center in the I formation. Toss to Phillips. Phillips going to the outside. He's got the 1st down.
Well, there's that sweep just like we saw last play as well. They wanted the open side of the field. Dominic Phillips wanted that edge, but understands good lead blocking there from Warner. He's got to follow his blocker. He can't keep going outside there. He's going to be tackled. So he cuts it north-south pretty early, and good call there by Phillips to cut it north-south that early and makes a play.
With that 1st down is brought to you by the food guy. Valley with the 1st and 10 on their own 48-yard line. Harden under center in the I formation. Give to Phillips. Phillips goes right up the middle. He is brought down, but he gains a couple yards there on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just a short little run there, and like we see them do with the passing game right here, that just sets up their outside run play, which worked last time. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, 2 yards in the cloud of dust in this situation. But old-timey football up the middle, and that sets up the edge, trying to get it around. Watch that on the twins to the right.
Harden under center, give to Phillips. Phillips goes right up the middle, and he is hit early, but he breaks off that tackle. So that'll bring up 3rd down for the Hornets.
And with the misdirection, you're trying to keep it in between the tackles. That's incredible contain there by the Eisenhower Tigers. Specifically, I saw Parker Stephen, the one who made the tackle, but good job containing that misdirection there.
3rd and 6 here for the Hornets. Harden under center in the I formation. Motion. Toss to Phillips. Phillips trying to get the 1st down, and he gets it. That'll move the chains for Valley Center. That 1st down is brought to you by Chaos Apparel.
Well, I said it earlier. That's what separates winning teams and losing teams. Adapting to the playing field. Good edge rushing there on that side by both Parker Stephen and then also Mason Levin. But overall, Phillips cuts it up early, follow his blocker as well, and eventually takes it outside like he wanted to, just not as early as he wanted to. Adapted to that play and made a solid gain.
Harden under center. Kaufman in motion. Give to Phillips. Phillips going to the outside. Cuts back in. And he sheds a few tackles there, but he is brought down. And flags are flying.
And Koash was pushed down after the play. But can we talk about that real quick? Caden grabbing some ankles and taking some names. Dominic Phillips, quite a move there on that outside. Call the ambulance because there's some broken ankles out on that field.
And yeah, just like you were saying, real good run there.
And since it was after the play, it will be attached to the end of the play right there. So 1st down for the Hornets.
So now Hornets will be having a 1st and 10 on the Eisenhower 19-yard line.
And now you're in the red zone. You've ran the ball the entire time, not needed a pass whatsoever. And you've already ate the clock down to 7:56. And 3 minutes gone off the clock isn't much, but you continue doing that, you punch it in for a score, and you're looking at a victory this game.
1st and 10 here for the Hornets. Harden under center in the I formation. Motion. Give to Warner. And Warner goes right up the middle, and he gets a good gain there. That'll bring up 2nd down for the Hornets.
You see right there, the linebacker, that was a safety, I apologize, Cody Hauser. He goes in there to make that tackle on Warner, and he's basically squatting. He Like, he's all the way down. He knows that Warner's leverage is always low. He's getting lower than every other player. That's why you see him run over players. The lower man wins always on the football field. Warner is typically the lowest man when he trucks players. Hauser getting down there, making the low leverage stop.
Harden under center in the I formation. Give to Phillips. Phillips goes right up the middle, but he is stopped early. But he gets a few yards there, and that'll bring up 3rd down for the Hornets.
And just short, I mean, you want to eat up the clock as much as you can to 1 or 2 seconds on the play clock, and then I say a simple snap to Harden and a quarterback sneak.
3rd and 2 here for the Hornets. Trying to move those chains, keep their drive alive. Harden under center. In the I formation. Toss to Phillips. Phillips going to the outside. Phillips has got the 1st down, and that'll move the chains for Valley Center. That 1st down is brought to you by Nick's Barbershop.
Well, chains keep moving. I believe there is a flag on the play. I apologize. It is a 1st down. No flag on the play. But right now, you're in the red zone. You want to take your sweet time. Move it to 3rd down, and 6:23 remains in this quarter. So get it to 2nd down, 3rd down. You don't want to score on your first play because that leaves you less time to chew off this clock. But we'll see what happens here. 5 seconds on the play clock.
Harden under center, give to Phillips. Phillips running right up the middle, and he is hit, and he is brought down. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And simple play there, misdirection. Phillips finds it up the middle, gain of 2 or 3. That's one of those things. You don't want to see him score. I mean, obviously you want him with his 2nd touchdown of the night, but you don't want to see him score at this exact moment because you want to chew as much clock as you can off. Give Ellingson as little time as possible for 2, possibly 3 scoring drives for the Tigers to even tie up this game.
Harden under center. Kaufman in motion. Takes a snap, toss to Phillips. Phillips is going to the outside. And he is in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Valley Center.
And Phillips with his 2nd of the night. And truly a talented runner. Love to see him play the game of football. He has 6 on the season so far. And there he goes again on that sweep play we saw help the Hornets drive down the field and jogs it in for a touchdown.
And that touchdown is brought to you by Sod Shop. Sharp to deliver the extra point. And it is no good. 23-7 is your score. We'll be back here after a few short messages. And we are back in Valley Center. 23-7 is your score. Your Hornets on top. Hunter Sharp here to kick. Back deep to receive for Eisenhower's number 27, Mason Turney. And a short little kick there. And Valley Center has it. And Valley Center is brought down.
That was Nolan Bevan there, but I love the aggressiveness, Caden. There is There's a flag on the play, but I absolutely love the aggressiveness with the high kick there. The Hornets are not satisfied with their lead. They want to keep pushing.
And the Hornets sideline is very happy with Nolan Bevan.
Kicking interference is the call. By rule, you have to let it hit the ground. And not a situation that you typically see because you don't get such a perfect kick like that. I love the way that Sharp let the wind take it. But by rule, you have to let it hit the ground. Bevan trying to make the play that was in front of him, so completely understand that. But that's just something that quite unfortunate in this situation. Eisenhower takes over with possession.
Ellingson and his offense come out onto the field. 1st and 10 on the Valley Center 41-yard line. Ellingson in the shotgun. He takes a snap, fires, and that is caught. That is caught by number 27, Mason Turney, but he is brought down.
Keep in mind there are 2 flags on that play.
Awaiting the call. Holding is the call. So 10 yards from the spot of the foul, so we'll replay 1st down.
1st down and 20. Not only are you expecting a deep pass from Eisenhower now, but you're kind of forcing them to deep pass. Wouldn't be surprised to see maybe a cover 3, cover 4 here, cover 4 prevent from the Hornets, but you have to expect a deep pass with 5:13.
Ellingson in the shotgun. He takes it, fires. Mason Turney has it, and he's going to the outside, and he is brought down. That'll bring up 2nd down for Eisenhower.
Well, I mean, typically that would work just as well. A short throw to a slot receiver like Mason Turney with the success that he's had on the offensive side of the ball. Not just tonight, but in general in his career. But he's certainly struggling. Had a rough night last week with 3 receptions, 11 yards on the game, and he hasn't found the success like he's wanted to here tonight.
Ellingson in the shotgun. He drops back, fires downfield. He's looking for Mason Turney. It looks like he has it. First, that'll move the chains for Eisenhower, and that'll bring up 1st and 10 for them.
Well, with the man coverage there that the Hornets ran with Sharp manning on Turney. And Ellingson just had that trust for Turney. He understood zone coverage, you can pick a specific guy that you want to throw it to. I mean, it's hard to not find a guy open in man coverage. You just have to make the throw, and he did it there.
Ellingson in the shotgun. He rolls out, fires, and he's got Turney again.
And that's what they're going to do the entire time they're passing with this win. They're going to man up Turney on the inside. He's quick enough to outroute a corner and a safety manning on him in the inside of that trip. So you're forcing a safety to go all the way downhill on that route, come all the way across the field there, and get a lot of speed going. Sharp certainly is good at doing it, but tough there.
Ellingson in the shotgun. Fires. He's looking for Turney, but he passes off the mark. Oh, excuse me. He's looking for number 33, Cade Friend. That'll bring up 3rd down. 3rd down for the Tigers.
And Friend right there, little slant route. He has 226 yards and 2 touchdowns through 5 games this year. But, I mean, overall, solid route. Just good job by Bergman to stuff him, to jam him at the line and break off that route.
3rd and 4 here for the Tigers. 4:03 left in this game. In the shotgun. Schuber in the backfield. Ellingson's going to take it. And he is hit and brought down, and that'll be a stop. That'll bring up 4th down for the Tigers.
I'm not sure that was a designed run there, Caden. I mean, you see Ellingson looked like he wanted to run it, but there was 2 routes on that left side. And then you see Cade Schuber out there like he's pass blocking. If it had been a run play, he would have followed the hole and went and lead block, but he kind of contained sort of. So it makes me believe that it was an intended pass play, just a miscommunication from Ellingson.
Ellingson in the shotgun. Schuber alone in the backfield. Ellingson takes it, and he fires looking for Mason Turney, looking for Cade Friend, but that is going to be incomplete. Turnover on downs, so Hornets will retain possession.
And the Hornets right there bring 2 linebackers, force the pressure out of the junior quarterback, the junior backup quarterback, and makes a throw he's not comfortable with, falls incomplete, and now your Hornets up by 3 scores, have the ball with 3:23 remaining, and this definitely looks like a winnable game.
Valley starting their drive with a 1st and 10 on their own 18-yard line. Going to be looking for a lot of runs here. Harden under center. In the I formation. Kaufman in motion. Give to Phillips. Phillips is right up the middle. He sheds a few tackles, but he is brought down. That'll bring up 2nd down for the Hornets.
And they're going to do the same thing they did last time. Quick run up the middle, and then toss it over to Dominic Phillips. Let him get those outside yards that he's so incredible at getting. And eat off this clock. 3 minutes remain, and, I mean, what more can you do as Eisenhower to stop it? I mean, regardless of how many timeouts you have, they do.
And that'll move the chains for Valley Center. That 1st down is by architecture.
And if you noticed, any time when he runs over a player, his pads, anytime he's brought down, it's below the legs. It shows that it really matters. And Ben Warner is so incredible at trucking players just because of his leverage. He gets so low, gets under the player, and as a defender, I mean, you can't win if you don't have good leverage.
1st and 10 here for the Hornets at their own 29-yard line. 2:10 left in this ball game. Harden under center in the I formation. Toss to Phillips. Phillips is brought down early. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The sweep play didn't work like they wanted it to there, but I like the slot back formation there from Cameron Kaufman. He understands this. There's going to be a lot of edge rushing there, and he wants to seal off that edge rush so Phillips can cut it up early.
23-7 is their score. We'll be back here after a quick commercial break.
One of a parent's biggest worries is letting their teen get behind the wheel of a vehicle. That's why getting professional, personal instruction is so important. The Wichita Driving School is licensed by the state of Kansas and offers the most classes per month of any driving school. With the most students trained in Wichita last year, it's obvious students and parents like Wichita Driving School for the convenience
and professional one-on-one instruction.
Wichita Driving School, where you're driven to be the best.
Welcome to Valley Center, a beautiful, friendly community just 9 miles north of downtown Wichita. Come discover Valley Center and take a walk through historic downtown. Check out unique restaurants, shop at locally owned businesses, or play around at Valley Point Golf Course. Valley Center is building on its proud heritage while welcoming new ideas, new businesses, and new families. Valley Center will exceed your expectations. Discover Valley Center, an incredible place to call home.
And we are back in Valley Center. 23-7 is your score. Minute 56 left in this ball game. 2nd and 9 here for the Hornets.
Well, and right here, I mean, really, I think it's a good time to start reflecting on the game, Caden, but this has been an incredible game by the Hornets. They've come into this game knowing it is a very crucial and influential game, and they've found success in this game. Tough run there by Dominic Phillips, but overall, they played a pretty solid game. 2 early touchdowns and then a late one to try and seal this.
3rd down.
We'll keep it here. Timeout by Eisenhower, but like I was saying, I really love the fight that the Hornets have brought. And last week, 2 weeks ago, they lost, broke a 3-game winning streak. And then they go back into Arc City, an away game at Arc City. They understood that their momentum is broken. They have to start something again. They have to start brand new at the beginning of the season. And so overall, I mean, they struggled early going, found some adversity 2 weeks ago. Go in Arc City, find some success, and here they are riding on that momentum into this game. Took over 2 early touchdowns, and that momentum really helped them. Playoffs, going into the playoffs with a 2-game winning streak, I mean, that's just incredible to do, and I'm excited to see what they can do in the playoffs. I believe I've yet to see any real playoff scenarios or any articles about it, but if I do, I will certainly let Hornet Studios know. But yeah, I think the Hornets will be able to get a home playoff game.
Give to Phillips. Phillips going to the outside, dodging a few tackles, but he is brought down. That'll bring up 4th down for the Hornets.
Another timeout here by Eisenhower. But, I mean, really, like I said, successful season here for the Hornets. And really, I can attribute it. Yes, there is a lot of talent on this field, Caden. But the most important thing to me when it comes to a sports field is mental toughness. And this Hornets team has succeeded in the mental toughness department. They have faced so much adversity this season. They've been down in tough situations, 2-game losing streak. They faced adversity. They didn't care that they were down, that they were almost out. But, I mean, overall, they faced it and they found success out of it. And that's how any sports team succeeded. That's why they're probably going to come out with a winning record here this season in the first time since 2016.
And that is fantastic. Just coming out of the regular season with a winning record, that's a great accomplishment for Coach Scott LaCure and for the team. You know, that really boosts their confidence going into the playoffs, and we'll see what they can do beyond the regular season.
When you look at Darren Fisher's Eisenhower Tigers, and I mean, right now they're looking at playing a team that's better than them, but they are a well-coached team. They've just struggled so far this season, and Nick Hogan out before the playoffs. That's going to be a tough run for them, Caden. And that will be interesting. Cade Wilson to punt here on 4th down. Mason Turney back deep to return.
And Cade Wilson's going to take it himself, and he is reaching for the 1st down. And it is going to be close.
And they'll mark it short, I believe.
So that'll be a turnover on downs. Eisenhower gets the ball back.
Well, and you can't help but be aggressive. I mean, a minute 35 and you're up 3 scores. You have some room to work with. If this was a 1-score ball game, maybe even a 2-score ball game, not a good call. But you have 3 scores ahead of this team with a backup quarterback in. I mean, that's a solid call. You're trying to be aggressive, trying to get out of this game, and solid call there, just comes up 2 or 3 inches short.
A minute 35 left in this contest. Eisenhower starts their drive at the 38-yard line. Excuse me. No, yes, 38-yard line. Ellingson in the shotgun. He'll drop back. That is fired. That is a good catch there by Cade Friend.
Friend through the contact. And I think it was pretty apparent because you see Sharp up top, manning on Friend in the inside receiver on that trip side. And so he comes downhill with a lot of momentum, doesn't even bother. He's just going to hit him really hard because he knew where the ball was going.
Ellingson fires, and that ball is tipped, so it is off the mark. That'll be incomplete.
And as a backup quarterback, you see an open guy. You fired over there. The thing that kills backup quarterbacks so much is zone coverage. You're not looking around the guy. You're just looking for the guy. And so Tate Shirley there, getting that middle sort of outside type coverage in the zone, able to bat it down.
3rd and 3 here for the Tigers. Looking to move those chains. Ellingson in the shotgun. Schuber in the backfield. Ellingson drops back, and he is sacked. He'll be brought down early. That'll bring up 4th down.
And that's Jesse Johnson's 2nd sack on the year. He's also leading the team in tackles for loss with 5. And he's just an incredible athlete, 3-sport athlete as a wrestler and a baseball player. But the quickness and the strength that he leaves that offensive line with, I mean, it's truly incredible. Love to see Jesse Johnson play week in, week out.
4th and 10 here for the Tigers. 30 seconds left in this ball game. Ellingson drops back, fires downfield. And that pass is well off the mark. So that'll be a turnover on downs. Valley retains possession with 24 seconds left in the ball game.
And really, it's been an incredible game tonight for the Hornets. Come out likely in victory formation, but Hornets with a lucky break against Nick Hogan, and our best wishes to Nick Hogan and the Hogan family for him. But he was out for the game and forcing a young quarterback to get a start, a guy with little to no experience. And so here's victory formation. Caden, it's been a pretty solid game. 5-3, you have some momentum. You're on a 2-game winning streak you broke last week against Arc City, and I think the Hornets are prepared for success in the postseason.
And there we have it. 23-7 is your final score. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Caden Basham, joined alongside Caleb Rose. We'll see you next time.